Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the channel. It's Game Watch Live, and we've got Saturday night live watch-along football. Hope you're all well today. Hope you've enjoyed your day, and you're ready to settle back and have a good watch-along with a game that should excite us all. There's a lot of wrestling on this one. It's the game between Bournemouth and Liverpool. Liverpool currently resting in 4th position. They want the points. Bournemouth languishing just above the relegation zone. They could do with the points just to make them breathe a bit easily and not have to be looking over their shoulders all the time. But we'll look at that in a minute. First thing we're going to look at is the teams as they've been announced. And Iraola has announced a 4-2-3-1 formation. So it's going to be Petrovic in goal. He has a back four of Smith, Hill, Senesi and Truffert. Scott and Cook are what I would presume to be the holding midfielders. Jimenez, Kruppy and Adley will play further up front in support of Evan Nilsson. Arne Slot, this is a bit of a surprise, but he's gone for a 4-2-2-2 formation. 4-2-2-2 formation, that's right. With Alisson Becker in goal. He's got back four of Frimpong, Gomez, Van Dijk and Kerkez. I guess these are I'm saying that these are the holding midfielders, but Gravenberch and McAllister will get forward anyway. So we shall see. Szoboszlai and Wirtz will play further forward in the second of the two, and then the two up front will be Salah and Gakpo. Ekitike is being rested. He's not playing today. The manager says he's got a lot of games under his belt, a lot of games to go, and he has to give people a rest. So I'm just looking at the bench. Ekitike is on the bench with Endo, Jones, Mamadashvili, Ungamoa, Nyoni, Ramsey, Robertson and Woodman. Substitutes for Bournemouth are Christie, Da Costa, Diakite, Foster, Milosavljevic, something like that. Rees, Dottin, Toth, Sadi and Unai. So that's the substitutes bench. I wish I'd never gone through that now. So that's what we've got so far. Don't forget that Liverpool Forever says, will you miss Kanati? Can you answer me? Yeah, I think so. I think Kanati's had a raw deal from Liverpool. I think he's a better player than what he's given credit for. And I would have him in my team every time. But obviously, Liverpool fans and Slot don't fancy him so much. Just excuse me a sec. Cup of coffee. Thanks to everyone who's joined us so far. It's good to see you here, and thanks for your support. If you're not a subscriber, do hit that subscribe button. We're pushing on as far as we can, up to 250 subscribers and beyond, but we can't do it without your help. If you've got any thoughts on the game ahead, team-wise, you can always let me know in the chat before the game gets started, or if you just want to give us a score prediction. I fancy Liverpool for this one. I fancy a 2-0 for Liverpool. His dad has died. Is that why he's not in the side? Oh, that's a pity. That's a shame for him. Commiserations to him and his family. I didn't know that. I haven't seen anything on the news, but I'd take your word for it, Liverpool Forever. If his dad's died, that's such a pity. We'll just look at the league standings for these two teams and just see what it means to them for a win. If you didn't know the scores from earlier, West Ham beat Sunderland 3-1 in the early kick-off. Burnley drew 2-2 with Tottenham. Tottenham scored a late equaliser, very, very lucky, but they did, but it's still not a good result for Tottenham. And the manager is under huge pressure. Fulham scored a late winner through Harry Wilson to beat Brighton 2-1. Man City had a regulation 2-0 win over Wolves. and we've got this one, the last game of the day, the Bournemouth Liverpool game. Let's quick look at the tables before we concentrate on the game itself, because we're not far off kick-off, 5 minutes or so, so we've still got a bit of time. Let's take a look at the tables. Now Liverpool are sat in 4th position. I mean, realistically, they're 14 points behind Arsenal, so they're not going to win the Championship. They're just concentrating on their Champions League position for next year. They're on 36 points at the moment, but they're queuing up behind him. It goes all the way down to Everton in 11th, who are only 4 points behind Liverpool, so it's bunching up behind them. So 3 points is really vital for Liverpool today. As far as Bournemouth are concerned, now they're down in 15th on 27 points. Double looking over the shoulder. I mean, West Ham are on a good run at the moment. They're back on 20 points now. They're back within touching distance of Forest, who haven't played today. They played tomorrow, I think it is. Leeds are a further 5 points in front of West Ham. So wins for all these around from, I would say, Tottenham. They're not out of it completely, although they are 8 points clear. So Crystal Palace, Bournemouth 7th. So if they got 3 points today, Bournemouth, it would be a big one for them. Liverpool forever says 2-1 to Liverpool, Wirtz and Salah. I'd like to see Salah get on the scorecard. He didn't have the best of games in Europe, did he? Where he missed a few chances, a couple that you would have expected him to bang in the back of the net, but he's had a bit of an upsetting time of things as just lately, with speculation about him being in the team. Should he be in the team or not? And I like Salah. I've always liked Salah. And so, yeah, I hope he gets a few goals today as well. Looks like the teams are in the tunnel at the moment. They're just about to emerge. So we're not far off kick-off. So there's only 2 of us who've gone for a score prediction. Liverpool forever says 2-1 to Liverpool. I've said 2-0 to Liverpool. So we're not far off each other there. I think one of us is going to be right. Looks like there's a bit of rain in the air there. The fireworks are going off, but Mo Salah leading the team out. Bit of smoke around, bit of rain around. Teams lining up on the pitch as they usually do. Go through the formalities, handshakes and the clap of the crowd before the game gets underway. Two managers just having a quick chat with each other as well. And Slot's having a word with the 4th official. That's before the game even gets started. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the AFCON, to be honest. I wasn't really attracted to it. I never am. I found the AFCON to be a bit slow football, but he was good at the AFCON, was he? I know did Egypt get to the semi-final, lost in the semi-final? I think that was right, wasn't it? Just wondering, Liverpool forever, have you seen the formation that Slot's gone for, the 4-2-2-2? It's a bit of a strange one. Has he ever done that one before? I've never noticed if he has. Not in the games that I've covered, anyway. Just wondered what you maybe thought of it. Coverage is just going through the teams at the moment. When I get to see the teams, when they've taken the training tops off, I'll let you know what colours they're in. But looks like Liverpool might be in their white shirts with black shorts, white socks. The change kit. It's what it's showing on the caption anyway. But I'll let you know as soon as the graphics go off and I can see what's going on behind them. No, it said on the BBC website it was a 4-2-2-2, but according to BBC, this coverage, it's 4-3-2-1, is it, or 4-2-3-1? Yeah, Liverpool are in the change kit. It's not a white; it's more like a creamy colour with red trim, black shorts, and the white socks. I guess Bournemouth are going to be in their normal red with black stripes. Yes, they are. Both teams in the huddle, so we're not far off a kick-off now. So we're not far off kick-off now. Both teams are all lined up. I'll just have a look. Who's kicking where? Coverage showing the two managers. Both look a bit nervous. There's a lot of good riding on this game for both teams. Thanks to Simply Joy who's watching. Liverpool to kick off, kicking from left to right in this first half. Waiting for the referee to give the whistle. Whistle goes, and away we go. Goes all the way back to Van Dijk, and he drives it long down the middle, over the top, looking for the run of Salah. It's headed up in the air. Gakpo is in there. But his touch sends the ball out, and it goes out for a throw. Truffert is going to take this one. Looks like it might be a bit breezy there. I can see the shirts blowing around, so that might be a bit difficult for the ball, for the players. As it showed there, the ball went high in the end. They were waiting for it to come down, and it was blowing all over. Liverpool have the ball now from the throw. Zoboszlai goes back to Gomez. Van Dijk further back, and Van Dijk's going to go all the way back to Becker. Back to Gomez. Touch on the ball, takes it out for a throw to Liverpool on the near side, just about the halfway line. Frimpong takes it, gives it to Zoboszlai. Little ball inside. McAllister back to Zoboszlai. Van Dijk. Gomez puts the long ball down the middle, looking for the run of Salah. Can he make it? Can he keep it in? It's taken a skip off the turf, but he has managed, has he? No, he just didn't. Didn't know whether he could keep it in before it got to the goal line. He tried to hook it back with his right foot, but it was just too far, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Liverpool right on the edge of the box there, so when the short kick's taken, they're going to put the pressure on, and they do. Petrovic has to drive it long down the right-hand side. Kerkez is all over Jimenez, but it's only a throw. Yeah, there was a steady drizzle coming down, so not only have got the wind to put up with, but the drizzle as well. Ball comes out to the left. It's Truffert now, left-footed, played inside, goes all the way back. Cook. Senesi plays it to Petrovic. His clearance is a low one. It's picked up in the middle by Gomez on the halfway line. He plays the ball inside. Wirtz gets a lucky rebound. McAllister plays it inside to Zoboszlai. Gets back to Wirtz. McAllister spreads it left. It's gone all the way back to Van Dijk. He spreads it wide right to Gomez. Gomez plays it inside to Salah. He touches it off first time to Gravenberch. Salah's return pass is a poor one. Krupi gets a touch inside to Truffert. That goes back. Back onto the right-hand side. Adley. But it comes to Gomez. Up to Mo Salah's passes. There's a man down there. But it's been allowed to carry on by the referee. Comes out to Kerkez to Zoboszlai. He plays a little ball to his right to McAllister. McAllister chips one forward, looking for the run of Salah. But the loose ball's going to be picked up by Frimpong. On the edge of the box, it's Gravenberch. Frimpong out to Gakpo, who seems to have started on the right-hand side instead of his normal left. McAllister, Zoboszlai. Van Dijk's gone in there. clash with Evan Nilsson, but they both get up and shake hands. It was a 50-50 tackle, and no one's come out worse for it, so Keke's having a word with the referee. Keke's just been told to calm down by the referee. Gomez has it now. Liverpool seeing all of the ball in these first few minutes. Szoboszlai, they let the ball go, but Ricochet's taken the ball back to Gomez. And now McAllister deep with the ball. Just to his right is Gomez who gets the ball. Played inside to Salah. Salah tries to spin his man. Truffert still has the ball. It's well played by Salah. Szoboszlai dummied the ball through his legs, but it's cleared by the defence. Down the line. Flicked on by Krupi. Adley can't get the ball and it's taken off him. Wirtz tried to get a ball out to Salah or Gakpo, but it's taken away. Smith brings it down the right-hand side now. With Scott. Played into the middle. It's Cook. Cook gives it back to, I think that's Smith. It comes across Senesi. Truffert down the line. Gomez is in. And Frimpong clears up. Even though he was under pressure from Truffert, it goes all the way back to Alisson. Alisson gives it back to Frimpong. McAllister slows the pace down, plays a little ball inside to Gravenberch. Gravenberch gives it back to him. Comes inside to Wirtz to Salah. Gets it back, does Wirtz. Salah goes down the right-hand side for the return ball. Truffert couldn't get the ball out. It comes to the edge of the box to Wirtz. Into the box. Salah's got a chance of a shot. And his left-footed shot, and we've seen that many times, where he curls one into the top right-hand corner. But he's wide on this occasion. Petrovic plays the ball to the right. Keke's pushing and grappling with Jimenez. He's going to have his hands full there. They both are going to have their hands full with each other. Throw is taken quickly. And brought forward by Szoboszlai, who seems to be all over the pitch at the moment. He's right back in his own box at the moment. Last time we saw him was on the edge of the Bournemouth penalty area, putting pressure on a goal kick. Gomez has it now. Little ball inside to Gravenberch. Down the right-hand side is Frimpong making a run. He can bring it inside. He plays the ball inside to Wirtz, but it wasn't the best, and he was under pressure and lost the ball. Bournemouth come forward now. Evan Nilsson lays it out to the left-hand side to Krupi. Back to Evan Nilsson. Waiting for support, and he gets it from Truffert. Truffert left-footed. Thought he was going to go for his cross at first, but he's played the ball back, and it's gone back to the halfway line to Senesi. Moving across to his right. In the centre circle, left-footed, long ball forward. Looking for the ball of Jimenez. Jimenez comes inside on his left foot. It's cleared away by McAllister, but it's picked up on the edge of the box by Scott. Back into Jimenez. Lays it out to the right-hand side. Comes back to the halfway line. In fact, that's a poor ball, and Salah's going to be on that, and on just made that. It was a poor ball there. Put Senesi in a lot of trouble in the centre circle, just in his own half, and Mo Salah, with his pace, almost took the ball off Senesi, and he just managed to get his foot out and hack it out for a throw on the near side. Frimpong takes it quickly. Gravenberch back to Frimpong. Frimpong's going to go all the way back to Gomez. Gomez will give it back to Alisson. Back in his own box. Gravenberch under pressure from Adley. The ball goes down the right-hand side for Mo Salah again. Can he keep it in as it skips off this wet turf? And he just can't reach it. It's just a yard in front of him again. But that's the second or third time he's got away down that right hand side, and with a bit less pace on that, Bournemouth would have been on trouble because Salah would have got that. Goal kick's going to be taken short. Petrovic has it now. Plays it back out to the left-hand side. Senesi drives it long, high into the Liverpool half, headed away by Van Dijk. Frimpong picks the loose ball up, lays it back to Gomez. Gomez goes all the way back to Alisson. Alisson eventually lays it out to Gomez. Gomez plays the ball inside to Gravenberch. Little ball inside to Zoboszlai, and there's space for him to run into. And he plays the ball forward for Salah, and he's away now, and he's in on goal. Well, what was he doing? How come Salah didn't go for goal? He could have ran another 5 yards forward and been right on top of the goalkeeper. He tried to put a cross in with his right foot, and it was a poor one that was cleared. Yeah, Alan Smith was saying the same thing on the commentary, that he thought he'd have gone inside and got it on his left foot and gone for goal, but he didn't. Maybe lacking in a bit of confidence, I don't know. There's Evan Nielsen win a throw there for Bournemouth over on the far side. Taken quickly. It's too much for Krupi to control, and the throw is now Liverpool's. Kerkez on the halfway line. He has to go back to Zoboszlai. Looked like a foul throw, but they don't seem to be given nowadays. Alisson lays the ball out to the right-hand side. Gomez took too long with the clearance and Krupi closed him down. It's still a throw to Liverpool. But now Frimpong is going to take this one. Taking the time with the throws, slowing the game right down at the moment. Inside it goes to Wirtz. Zoboszlai chips the ball out to the left-hand side to Van Dijk. He controls it on his chest and then comes forward down the left-hand side, crossing the halfway line now. Kerkez is outside him and gets the ball. He's under pressure, though, from Jimenez. And Jimenez committed the foul. He's getting a speaking to the referee. We'll see that again. Kerkez laid the ball off to Van Dijk, and then Jimenez just followed through him, pushed him in the back. And the referee saying to him, no more of it, and quite rightly too. Taken quickly. Gomez in the centre, lays it to Zoboszlai, who's central. Little ball into Gravenberch, plays it into Wirtz. Wirtz under pressure, manages to skip around a couple of tackles and is coming forward again. There's a ball inside for Salah, and it's just poked away by Hill. Pokes it out for a corner before Salah could get there and get his shot away. First corner of the game to Liverpool. It's going to be Mo Salah who's going to take it from this right-hand side. Obviously, being Mo Salah, it's going to be a left-footed in-swinger. Can they get the quality on this corner? It's 117 corners this year for Liverpool. They've only scored from one. That's a surprise. And it comes now right to the back post. It's a deep one. Headed back in, but it's going to be cleared away, and then hooked even further away by Krupi high in the air. Gravenberch can't control it. Gravenberch gets it out to the right side. Salah now. There's a little ball into Gakpo, back to Salah on the edge of the box. Wirtz is in there, and he tried to lay the ball back to Zoboszlai, but Zoboszlai had Smith in front of him and managed to get his toe to it, and the ball rolled up into the arms of Petrovic. It's a great run by Wirtz there. Just the angle was too much for him. He tried to get it back across the goal to Zoboszlai. who had 3 defenders around him. And ball's over on the far side now. It's a throw to Bournemouth. Hill's going to take it. And it's a long way out, is Hill. Surely he's not got a throw that long. If he has, I'll be amazed because it's a long way out. But in he comes now. It's not a bad one, but it's cleared away. Gravenberg headed back in again. Van Dijk gets the second header. That goes even further this time. It's going to be picked up by Smith. It gets out to Hill. Hill's brought down by Wirtz and the foul is given. This is only a couple of yards in from the far right-hand touchline. But it's a chance to put one in. It's a good 30, 35 yards out. But it's going to be put in by Adley, left-footed. So he's going to curl one right in on top of Becker and see if he can handle it in this wind, in this rain. And it comes now. It's a low one, headed away at the near post. I think that was Frimpong. Szoboszlai lays the ball down the line. It's looking for Salah. Can Salah beat Smith? He can't. It's well played by Smith. He got the ball away and picks up one of his own men up front as well. But then it's been given away in the centre circle to Frimpong. Frimpong to Gravenberg. Coming forward, lays it out wide to Frimpong, who's made his run down the right-hand side. He hasn't got much support with him at the moment, so he had to stand on the ball and wait for it. Can he take the man on the outside? It comes in on the inside on his left foot. Stumbles a bit, and that's allowed the defenders to take the ball off him. Truffert to Adley. Plays a little ball inside. Krupi lays out to the right. Scott to the far side. This is Smith coming forward into the Liverpool half. Puts his foot on the ball and waits for support. And then he goes all the way back. Cook has the ball now. It's coming across to the near side now, and it's Truffert who's picking the ball up. It's run down the outside by Adley. He was closed down before he could get his left foot cross in, but it's at the expense of a corner, and it's the first one for Bournemouth. So it's over on this near side, the left-hand side for Bournemouth. Cook is going to take it. He's obviously going to put a right-footed curler in. And it comes now. All the way over the back post. And there was a man at the back post. It was Krupi, but it took a bounce over his head and he's had to go all the way to the corner flag to retrieve it. So he lays it all the way back. Comes back to Smith. Smith chips one into the box again. Headed away. Evan Nielsen on the edge of the box tries to hook one back into goal. He really could have waited for it to come down, but he didn't have the time. And so he couldn't get his knee over the ball and he's hooked it over the bar. Salah can't control a ball that's drilled up long to him. It's tied up and given to Truffert on this near side. Puts his foot on the ball. Has to go back. In fact, it goes all the way back to Petrovic. It's laid back out to Truffert on this near side. He's going to go down the touchline this time. It's laid off. Kruppert turns and comes inside. Tries to get a ball down the line, but it's picked off by Gravenberg. He gives it to Frimpong. Frimpong's under pressure from Adley. Goes back to Gomez. Gomez gets a nice ball inside to Wirtz, and Wirtz can make a run down the right-hand side before laying it to Salah. On his left foot, he plays it back into Wirtz, and Wirtz tries to get a ball back to Salah. it's a good idea, but he had to put it through the legs of 3 Bournemouth defenders, and he couldn't do that. But he's got the second best outcome out of that, and he's got a corner. I would imagine this is Salah going to take this one from this right hand side, hand in the air, chips one into the box now, right to the back post again, looking for Van Dijk. And at the first instance there, the referee gave a goal kick, and it was quite obvious that it wasn't a goal kick. It wasn't a goal kick because it hit the defender on his back. Then he changed his mind when he realised and has given the corner now. From the opposite side this time, it's going to be Zoboszlai who's going to take a right-footed in-swinger from the left. Can he get some quality into it? They've gone long so far with all the corners, right to the back post. What going to do this time? So again, it's a long one, but it's an easy catch for, well, I'm saying a catch. Petrovic actually patted it down first before catching it on the first bounce. There was nobody anywhere near him to have taken advantage of that. And away Bournemouth come down the left-hand side again, chipped over. Somebody went down there, a Bournemouth player, referee having none of it. Frimpong picked the ball up, and it's Wirtz now in the centre circle. Zoboszlai is going to lay it out to the right side, is it? No, he turns back. Gives it to Gakpo, who's deep. He turns, looks goalward. McAllister, who's just in the centre circle, but is very central, lays it out to Van Dijk. He moves to the right with it and gives it to Gomez. Gomez to Gakpo. Gakpo plays a ball down the right for Frimpong, who's got a chance to cross one now to the back post. He does, but it's over the top of everybody. Headed back in by Kerkez, then headed clear by Scott. Then it's a pull ball out to the right by Evan Nielsen. Goes out for a Liverpool throw. Gravenberch now coming forward, striding forward to the edge of the box, and then has given the ball away. But then Bournemouth give it straight back to Frimpong. And in the centre circle, it's McAllister again. Gomez lays it into Zoboszlai just outside the box now. Wirtz's pass is a poor one, picked up by Scott. Just chipped away. Evan Nielsen coming down the left-hand side now. He's got a bit of pace about him as Evan Nielsen, but he's got no support. Has to turn and wait for it to come. It's Adley who tried to find Scott with a cross across the box. Gravenberch picked it up, laid it forward. Wirtz laid it off. Gakpo now to the edge of the box. Is he going to let one go? He plays it into Wirtz, and it was just a bit too far in front of him. It just allowed Cook to get his toe in and pour it away for a corner. Another one for Liverpool. Good counter-attacking by Liverpool. I thought that as Gakpo approached the edge of the box, he went to draw his foot back as if he was going to have a go, then thought better of it. I think there's been 2 or 3 chances where Liverpool could have had a go from around about the edge of the box, and they haven't taken that opportunity. It's going to be Salah again from the right-hand side, left-footed in-swinger. In it comes now. It's a one to the deep to the back post again. They're looking for Van Dijk, obviously. He's not won any of those headers yet, but Frimpong picks the ball up again, lays it out to the right to Salah, who's retreated back now. Wirtz tries to give it back to him, but it's another poor one that's cleared away. Evan Nielsen using his pace to get there, causes Frimpong to actually poke the ball out for a throw. He was virtually, I think he was the last man, and Evan Nielsen is quick. Truffert is going to take this throw. Gives it inside to Cook. Cook got a bit of space to move across to the right-hand side, lays a ball off to Hill. Hill steps on it and plays a little ball 5 yards forward, gets it back. Truffert now on the left-hand side, just inside the Liverpool half. A couple of yards in from the touchline. It's Kruppe who led it back to Cook. chipped forward again, looking for the run of Adley, but Allison's quickly off his line and catches that ball before it bounces. Overarms one out to Frimpong. He waits for Gomez to come in support and gives it to him. Gomez goes long and left. Probably looking for Gakpo there, but it was behind him and it's almost gone out right next to the Bournemouth corner flag. Hill gets it across to the left. Truffert now. Truffert's going to play a ball low into the middle, but it's going to be picked up by Frimpong. He's battling with 2 or 3 players and he's managed to give it away. Adley's coming away down the left-hand side. He's puts a cross in, is it? I don't know if it was a cross or a shot, but it's sailed wide out of the left-hand post of Allison. I don't think even he could make his mind up what he was doing, but it didn't threaten either. It didn't get anywhere. If it was a cross, it was nowhere near any of his oncoming forwards. And if it was a shot, it drifted wide of everybody anyway. As Coco's coming away down the right-hand side. Lays it into Smith. Jimenez with Kerkez right next to him again. They're having a good battle, these two. Jimenez lays the ball back. Smith gets it to Hill, who gets it. Sinesi, who plays a long ball down the inside right channel. And Van Dijk, what is Van Dijk doing? Evan Nielsen has put the ball in the back of the net, and that was Van Dijk's fault because the ball was bouncing just a couple of yards from the goal line, and I think he was thinking that it was going to be bouncing out for a goal kick. And what's happened is I think it was Jimenez managed to get round Van Dijk, hooked the ball back to Evan Nielsen, who's smashed it into the back of the net, and Bournemouth are a goal up. And that was a poor bit of defending. There was no communication between the goalkeeper and Van Dijk, because I think goalkeeper could have come for that as well. Let's take a look at the replay again. It's a long ball over the top of Van Dijk, gets a foot to it, but it's Brooks who kept it in. When Van Dijk lets it drop over his head, gets his right foot to it, Brooks hooks it back inside, and the only person that was following in was Evan Nielsen. And Van Dijk's holding his arms out, saying, well, what? Because it was your fault. Poor bit of defending. Completely against the run of play. But well done, Brook, and well done, Evan Nielsen, for not giving up on that. They could have easily have thought that was running out for a goal kick, as I suspect Van Dijk was. But why didn't Becker come for that as well? Why didn't Alisson Becker come for that? Gomez getting some treatment here. He's holding his stomach, maybe a stomach muscle injury or something. Well, he collided with Becker when Becker tried to come up to block the shot of Evan Nielsen, but it was hit too hard from a couple of yards in front of him. Gomez is having to go out to the sideline to serve his 30-second injury absence on the touchline. Liverpool kick off all the way back to Alisson, who goes long and left. Loose ball was picked up by McAllister. It goes out to the left to Kerkez. Kerkez plays it inside to Szoboszlai. Tries to get the return. Szoboszlai's pass is picked off. Flicked inside by Krupi. Krupi's brought down by McAllister. Free kick given. The referee's just saying to everybody, just calm down. No problem. Carry on. Free kick given. That's the end of it. Free kick's taken and goes back. Then Truffer's made himself available. Krupi gives it to Truffer. Truffer gives it to Adley. Back into Krupi. Back to Adley. Adley gets it back to Cook, who goes to the right. Senesi with a ball into the box again, headed away by Van Dijk. Brought down by McAllister now. He's having to turn one way, then the other. Luckily, he's got support from Gakpo. Gakpo gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk rolls it to his right to Gomez. No, it's not Gomez. I was thinking it was Gomez. It's his position, but it's Gravenberch. I don't know if Gomez has come back on or not yet. Gravenberch has slotted into the right back position for the moment. Liverpool are down to 10 men while Gomez gets treatment. Gravenberch has the ball. Played inside to McAllister. McAllister rolls the ball into the middle. Wirtz gives it to Szoboszlai. Coming forward, he gives it to Salah just outside the Bournemouth box. Now on his left foot, he's into the box. Goes for the right foot. It's taken off him before he can get across. But Senesi played the ball down the line that was picked off easily by Frimpong. McAllister now. Gravenberch gives it back to McAllister, who's just retreated a few yards. To the right is Gravenberch again. A little 5-yard ball finds him. And he has to go back to McAllister. Back to Gravenberch. Back to McAllister. McAllister can come forward now. A bit of space in the centre of midfield. He tries to lay a ball out to Wirtz, but he gets the ball back from a lucky rebound. Comes out to Kerkez. Kerkez gets out to Gakpo, who's over on the left-hand side now. As a shot from the edge of the box, it's blocked. Comes back to Kerkez, who puts a cross in, but it's not the best of crosses. It's a low, poor one that Petrovic can easily pounce on, and he does do. Petrovic puts the ball down and drives it high and long. Evan Nielsen, it's not Evan Nielsen, it's Adley. Lays the ball back inside with his head. Truffert goes all the way back, makes himself available and gets the ball back. Does Truffert? He can come forward down the left-hand side. Little ball inside to Krupi. Krupi goes all the way across to the far side. Nice little curling ball. Smith lays it in for Evan Nielsen. To Jimenez. Jimenez is having to go back to Scott. Scott to Cook. Cook to Senesi. Back across to the right-hand side. Hill. Jimenez. Tries to go past Gakpo. Can't manage it, but still retains the ball. Comes back. Cook. Senesi. Truffert on the left. It goes all the way back. It's deep inside his own half now with Cook, as it was laid back to him. But he lays it out to the right-hand side, and they can come forward down the inside right channel. Senesi lays a ball into the box. It's a good one as well. And it's 2-0. And Jimenez has got the other side of Kerkez. The ball was played in by Senesi in the inside right channel into the box. And Jimenez gets in there and slots it past Alisson. And Liverpool are 2-0 down. Well, that's going to be a VAR check for this one, whether Van Dijk played him on side or not. It's actually Hill who played the ball through. Not. It's beautifully weighted though, and Kerkez had let Jimenez get on the wrong side of him, but there's a VAR check for this offside. He slots it through the legs of Becker and into the back of the net. So it was a good finish. Just wait for the VAR check now. The goal's given. No offside. It is 2-0. Thanks to Save Football, who said he's going to give me a shout out on his channel. That's much appreciated, my friend. Nice to see you here. Hoping I can be famous. Liverpool have got it all to do now. They've been hit twice on the counter, despite dominating a lot of this game. Gravenberch gets it through to Salah. It's just deflected wide. That's took it wide. Frimpong was with him. Salah's just let the ball run away from him and has had it taken away. He's just been loose with his possession there, his control. Truffert wins the throw off Gravenberch. Well, would you believe it? Liverpool have dominated this first half, possession-wise and probably chance-wise. And Bournemouth have only had probably 2 chances, and that's it. 2-0. They've took them both. Ball's played into the edge of the box. Endo's come on for Gomez, whose injury obviously was worse than was first thought. Wirtz on the right-hand side now. Looking across, gives it to Gravenberch. Gravenberch turns and lays it back to Endo. To McAllister. That's a poor ball that's given away by Endo there. He hasn't got into the swing of things yet, and the way down the left-hand side. Ball's played behind Truffert. He's more central as Truffert now, but he's moving across to the left-hand side. He's got a man outside. It's Adley. Left-footed cross comes into the box, and it's Evan Nielsen was throwing himself forward on the 6-yard box, and it's flashed across and out of the back of the box. Kerkez picks the ball up, lays it to Szoboszlai, who gets it to McAllister. McAllister lays it into the middle to Wirtz. Wirtz plays it out to the right-hand side where Frimpong's got a bit of space to come down. Waiting for a bit of support. It comes in the way of Wirtz, who gets the ball on the edge of the box to the right side. He lays it into Frimpong. Can Frimpong get his cross in? He can't. It's blocked by Sinesi at the expense of another corner. Corner's taken short this time. Wirtz to the edge of the box. Szoboszlai controls it, drags it back and plays it back out to the right-hand side to Gravenberch. Does a little step over, gives it back to Szoboszlai, back inside to Gravenberch. He lays it into the middle to McAllister. McAllister comes back, but he's had the ball taken off him. Frimpong wins the ball back and then is pulled down by Adley, and the free kick's given to Liverpool just in the centre circle, just inside the Bournemouth half. It's taken quickly by Szoboszlai. I didn't think it was from the right place, but the referee seems to be happy with it. Brings it down onto the chest of Wirtz. He's in the box on his left foot. He gets it across to Gravenberch. It's a poor pass again by Wirtz. It was picked off easily by the Bournemouth defence, and it's down the left-hand side. Endo thought he'd won that ball. The referee thinks otherwise, or probably the lino thinks otherwise. But it is given as a Liverpool throw. 38 minutes gone. Ball's back with Alisson. Given to Endo. He plays the ball into the middle to Gravenberch. He was under a lot of pressure, but he laid a nice little ball off to Wirtz. Wirtz give it to Szoboszlai. Down the left-hand side now is Van Dijk. He's got Kerkez in front of him, and Kerkez gets the ball. And then he fouls. Oh, no. I was about to say that he fouled Smith, but he didn't. The throw was given to Liverpool, and Liverpool come away with it. McAllister plays it into Gravenberch, but it's picked off, and Evan Nielsen using his pace to come forward down the left-hand side. It's Krupi. Evan Nielsen's brought down on the edge of the box, is he? No, the referee said he stood on the ball. Just when it was looking dangerous for Liverpool, McAllister's gone down injured. Evan Nielsen has gone down injured, but Frimpong comes forward with the ball. Salah has it now. Haven't seen much of Salah in the last 20 minutes. Just on the edge of the box, coming across it on his left foot. Gives it to Szoboszlai. Back to Salah on his left foot. Tries to chip on over. It's headed away though. But Liverpool get the second ball. Verts coming down the right hand side. I was going to have a shot. Is he Verts? It wasn't the most convincing of shots, but it only bounced a yard wide of the goalkeeper's right hand post, and I think that's out for a goal kick. Goal kick's taken short again. Goes back to Petrovic after moving across to the left hand side. It's been closed down by Verts, so he drives it long. Evan Nielsen wins the header. Scott can't bring it down though, and Zoboszlai can bring the ball forward, and it comes to Gakpo. He's in the box on his left foot. He cuts inside. He goes down, stumbled as the ball was stuck underneath his feet, and then Verts commits another foul on the edge of the box. And this time the free kick is given. Bournemouth's way. And every time Liverpool players get into a sort of position where you think they're going to have a shot on goal or the throw on goal, then something seems to happen. They seem to stumble, like Gakpo there stumbled as he tried to bring the ball back inside on his right foot. He just fell over. And the chance was gone. And that's the way it's been for Liverpool so far. Ball goes long, high into the air. Headed forward by Kerkez, helped on by McAllister. Headed forward. Cuckoo's headed that forward. Ball's bouncing backwards and forwards so far. It comes back to Hill. Hill goes down the right-hand touchline. Over the head of Kerkez, looking for the run of Jimenez. But it's seen out by Kerkez for a goal kick. Into the last 5 minutes. And who would have thought that Bournemouth would be 2-0 up? Van Dijk with the ball now. Moves it out to the left. It's Kerkez coming slowly forward. He gives it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk moves it across to the right-hand side to Endo. Endo plays the ball inside to McAllister. Crossing the halfway line with the ball now is Endo. He gives it inside to Verts. Verts gives it into Gravenberg coming forward. Verts goes for the return, does a step over and lays the ball across to Zoboszlai, but don't get to him. It's cleared away, but Endo wins the ball back, but he didn't get the ball out, and Adley comes away down the left-hand side now. He's got Krupi in front of him. If he can get a good, decent crossing, and he can't, it's a poor one, a weak one, that goes straight into Alisson's arms, and he lays the ball out quickly, and Liverpool can come away on the break. Verts to Zoboszlai. Gravenberg coming across to the right-hand side now. Frimpong inside to Verts. Salah is more central now. Out to McAllister. Very central. Zoboszlai moving across to the left-hand side. Gives it to Kerkez. His shot from the edge of the box is blocked and it goes out for a throw over on the far side. Kerkez getting the bird from his old club and fans. Jimenez having a good game so far. Evan Nielsen's had a good game so far for Bournemouth. Zoboszlai has the ball over on the left-hand side. Lays it into Gakpo. Gakpo gets the ball back. McAllister gives it to Zoboszlai. It's spread out to the right-hand side to Endo. He lays it across to the left to McAllister. McAllister gets it back to Zoboszlai. Just outside the box over on the far left-hand side. Back inside to Gakpo. Gakpo turns and chips the ball to the back post. Salah's there. Oh, Salah! On the edge of the 6-yard box on the right-hand side with only the goalkeeper to hit at. On his right foot, I understand, but it's a weak effort at goal and it just takes off his shin, an easy bounce into the arms of Petrovic. Liverpool still coming ahead again. Salah again. This time he wins the corner off Senesi. Salah's going to take this one from the right-hand side, left-footed in-swinger again. Will it be another deep one to the far post looking for Van Dijk? Needs something. We're into the last minute of normal time. A lot of pushing going on in the box there, as you would normally see. It's a deep one against the back post. It's over the head of everybody, but that flicked over the head of Scott. It did, and it's a corner on the opposite side. If he'd got a call there was no one anywhere near him, Scott, there. He could have left it and it would have gone out for a goal kick, but obviously lack of communication there. So on the other side this time, is it Szoboszlai going to be taking it? It looks like it, a right-footed in-swinger this time. And it comes near post one. It's flicked in and it's in the back of the net. And Van Dijk made that one and Liverpool are back in it. And that was quality delivery from Szoboszlai this time. And Van Dijk's header was a good glancing one that went into the back of the net. And Petrovic couldn't get to it. And Liverpool have got one back. Have a look at that again. And nobody went with Van Dijk. How many times have we seen Van Dijk do that before? He makes that near post run. He uses McAllister as a blocker. And once he makes his run, he gets away because McAllister has blocked his marker. And he gets up there and it looks like it might have come off his shoulder, back of the head. But it doesn't matter because it's deflected it into the back of the net. And Liverpool are back in it. And what a time to score just before half-time. And that header by Scott from the original first corner has cost them now because from the second one, the resulting second corner, Liverpool got back into it. 3 minutes of added time. Endo is going to roll it back to Alisson. It sets up the second half, there's no doubt about that. Van Dijk rolls the ball into Wirtz. Wirtz gets it to Gravenberch. Gravenberch gets it across to the McAllister now coming forward down the left-hand side. Gakpo lays it off. Back inside to Wirtz. Wirtz looks for a ball in the inside channel. Gakpo tried to get it back towards Gravenberch, but it's cleared away. But Van Dijk's going to pick the ball up as it's laid back. Not the best of passes back, but Alisson's starting position was well outside his box and he could get to the ball before Evan Nielsen could get there. Endo comes away with the ball now, steps on it and pushes it back inside to McAllister, coming forward into the Bournemouth half. Given to Gakpo, he lays it off to Wirtz. Wirtz gives it to Szoboszlai. Back inside to Wirtz. Wirtz gives it to McAllister. Chipped into the box again, looking for the run of Salah. It's glanced away, but Frimpong picks the ball up on the near side now. Has to go back. And he's brought down. It's Adley who brought him down. So it's going to be a free kick to Liverpool with 30 seconds of the added time to go. And it's in a dangerous position, this. Adley gets a yellow card for his troubles. And this is about 5 or 6 yards in from the right-hand touchline, the near touchline as I look at it. And it's about 18 yards out. So it's a real dangerous position now for Liverpool to swing another one in, looking for the run of Van Dijk and the rest of the big guys. Unnecessary free kick for Krupi to give way at this time and in this position when Frimpong was going back. He was running back towards his own goal. I mean, he was still deep in the Bournemouth half, but Mo Salah's going to take this one now. Another left-footed in-swing, and Van Dijk is right up there among it all again. Hand in the air, free kick to be taken now into the near post. It's a poor one. It's headed away, but it comes straight back to Mo Salah. He lays it off to Wirtz. Wirtz's ball back to Salah was a poor one. It pushed him back. Comes across to Frimpong, and the referee brings the game or the half to an end. And what an interesting half. If you're a neutral, what an interesting half and what a good game so far. Lots of chances, mostly for Liverpool. The 2 chances that Bournemouth have had, they've taken them both on the break. Liverpool have been a bit weak in that position, being caught on the break, but it's 2-1, and that goal just before half time has opened the game right up again. So, what do you think? Let me know in the chat what you think of that first half. One of the better halves. If you're a neutral like me, one of the better halves to watch. And it's all to play for. This game is all on. If you've got any thoughts about the game in this first half, now's the chance to get in the live chat and let us know. We can discuss them at half time. And while we've got the break, now I said 2-1 to the 2-0 to Liverpool. So my score prediction's gone already. Liverpool Forever said 2-1 to Liverpool. His score prediction's gone, but if you've got another score prediction for the second half, get it in now. Let us know what you think. Liverpool have been wasteful, in my own opinion, in front of goal. They've got into some good positions, and Mo Salah's had a couple of chances that normally you would expect him to have put away, but he hasn't. I think the way it's looked with Mo Salah, just lacking in a bit of confidence. He just needs to see one hit the back of the net, and I think he'll be right back on target again there, because he's certainly getting into the positions to score the goals. It's not as if he's not getting there anymore, and his pace looks as good as ever. So I think he just needs to one to hit the back of the net, one to come off his knee is all he needs to go in the back of the net, and then he'll be right on top of it again. So at half time, it's 2-1 to Bournemouth. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please do become a subscriber. We desperately need you to help us to get towards 250 subscribers and above. We've got lots of plans for the channel as it gets bigger. Lots of things that we want to get you to participate in, but we need to establish ourselves first, and we can become more creative once we're more established with more subscribers. But we can't do that without you. It doesn't cost anything. We're not asking you for anything. Just become a subscriber. There, just to let you know, just to remind you while we're at half time. So thanks to everybody who's commented so far. Liverpool Forever has commented. Simply Joy Living is watching. Save Football Junior is that? It's going to make me famous, he said. Give you a shout out on my channel. I'll take a look at your channel later, Save Football Junior. I'll become a subscriber for you. I'll take a look at what you're doing. I'm very interested to see what about your channel. So I will look at that later on after the game. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. There's no other games to look at regarding scores because this is the only one that's playing at this time. But we can take a look at the stats for that first half and just see how they compare. Because my thoughts are that Liverpool dominated that first half possession-wise and probably chance-wise as well. But let's take a look. So match stats as what? Yeah, it's like what I thought. It's 38% to 62% Liverpool's possession. No surprise there. That's what I would have thought. Expected goals 0.63 to Liverpool, 0.63 to Bournemouth, 0.47 to Liverpool. Well, I'm surprised at that because I thought Liverpool looked like they was going to score more goals. 3 shots for Bournemouth, 2 of them have gone in the back of the net. 6 shots for Liverpool. On target, the only 2 targets that shots on target that Bournemouth have had, they've both hit the back of the net. Well, Liverpool have only had 2 on target. Touches in the opposition box, Bournemouth 8, Liverpool 14. That would go ahead with what we've seen so far, that Liverpool have dominated the position and the territory. Goalkeeper saves, well, only 1, and that was by Alisson. Petrovic, he hasn't made a save yet. Aerial duels won. Liverpool have won 6, Bournemouth have won 2 fouls committed. Bournemouth have committed 1 more than Liverpool, 4-3. And the corner count is 7-1 in favour of Liverpool. So that's the stats so far. Yeah, I was just looking at that Evan Nielsen goal. Gomez got injured because he tried to block Evan Nielsen's shot. He could see him coming in to slot the rebound away, and he slid in there at the same time as Becker was coming out to try and block the shot, and he collided with Becker, and I think he ended up with a rib injury that was the end of his game. Right, if you just excuse me a sec while I just go get myself another drink. Get your comments in. I'll discuss them when we come back. I've got plenty of time. I'll only be a minute or two. Got myself a cup of tea for the second half, so I'll be all right till the game. We're not. I don't think we're far off a restart soon. Hope everybody who's watching has become a subscriber for me. No one's dared to go for a final score prediction then. Chat's still open if you want to go for one. Be interesting to see what people think. I'm still going to go for a Liverpool one, even despite the fact that it's 2-1 down, because they've had so much of the chances so far. I just can't see them not scoring again. Mind you, I could see Bournemouth scoring again on the break because Liverpool have looked vulnerable on the break. If you haven't heard the scores from the earlier on kickoffs, let's just take a look at those now. So in the 12:30 kickoff, West Ham did themselves the world of good in their relegation position by beating Sunderland 3-1. Burnley almost did themselves a favour as well, was leading 2-1 with just seconds to go before Tottenham equalised, and it ended up 2-2. Fulham again left it late to beat Brighton, but they did do a Harry Wilson goal in the 90-odd minute, won them that one 2-1. Man City had a fairly routine 2-0 win over Wolves, although from what I've heard, Wolves did play much better in the second half, but their improvement in form is probably too late now. They needed to pick up more points before Christmas, and unfortunately they're doomed. And let's just take a look at the league standings as they are. I'm just more interested in the bottom than the top. Arsenal haven't played today, and they're still 6 points, 4 points clear at the top, but they have a game in hand over Man City, and that's the game against Manchester United tomorrow evening. Aston Villa will be playing tomorrow as well. Liverpool playing now. Haven't picked up anything yet, but that's as it stands. If we go down to the bottom, Wolves are they're 14 points off. 14 points off getting themselves out the relegation zone, and that's more than halfway through the season. They've only got 8, so you can't see them getting another 14 points in less than half a season if they haven't managed it so far. Burnley in 19th on 15 points. They're 7 points away from getting themselves out the relegation zone. Again, they've drawn the last 3 games, so they've given themselves a chance, but they need to start picking up wins. West Ham won the last 2 games, and they're on 20 points now in 18th position. And that's only 2 points behind Nottingham Forest, who are in the 17th position. So both themselves, Leeds, who are 3 points above Nottingham Forest and 5 points off the relegation zone, will still both be looking over the shoulders. And Leeds have had some good wins of lately, especially the one against Fulham last week. And it didn't help them pull any further away from the relegation zone because all the teams around them won as well. And they have done again today. Well, they've all picked up points, especially West Ham. So Leeds need a win on Monday against Everton. The fixtures tomorrow. Let's take a look at those. Brentford against Forest. That'll be a difficult game for Forest. Brentford are a good side at home. Crystal Palace against Chelsea. You would fancy Chelsea there. Especially with I don't know what they're showing there. Let's Massive. Don't tell me they've started again already and I haven't noticed it because I've been chatting away. Let's take a look at this, just see if they have. Someone catch up if they have. Looks like they've started the second half. Only missed a few seconds of it. Ball's into the box with Gravenberg. It's cleared away. Smith gets it away. Van Dijk is forced back to Alisson Becker, who's well out of his box. Gives it back to Van Dijk. Comes across to Robertson, who's obviously come on for Kerkez at half time. Van Dijk gives it to Zoboszlai. Van Dijk's going to have to go back again. McAllister. McAllister gives it back to Van Dijk. Over on the near side, moving forward. Wirtz gets it out to Gravenberg. Gravenberg gives it to Endo, has come forward. He gives it to Frimpong. Wirtz does a little dummy but loses the ball, but McAllister recovers before Evan Nilsson can make it, and Liverpool can build again from the halfway line. Inside to Zoboszlai. Turns one way, turns the other. Gives it back to McAllister. Thought he was fouled, did Zoboszlai, but the referee's having none of it. I think he's given an advantage there. Comes out to Robertson. Back inside to Gakpo. Gakpo gives it to Van Dijk, who was just a couple of yards behind him. Ball inside to Gravenberg. Moving across to the left. Gives it to Robertson. Goes for a return. Gives it inside instead to Zoboszlai. Gets a ball down the line for Robertson to the edge of the box. It comes. Frimpong's shot is blocked. It's headed away at Senesi. But Liverpool pick the ball up again. It's laid out to the right to Endo. Endo tried to get it down the right-hand side, but it's blocked by Adley. Throw to Liverpool. Frimpong takes it short to McAllister. He creates himself a bit of space by a little turn inside. Comes to Zoboszlai. He gives it to McAllister. Frimpong. Back to the left to McAllister. He can come across to Van Dijk and does do. He gives it to Robertson. Robertson gives it inside to Zoboszlai. A little step over there. Back to Zoboszlai. Out to the left looking for Robertson, but it's a poor one that's cut out. Jimenez, we know he's got pace and he runs around Zoboszlai. Krupi tried to get it back to Jimenez, who made a run down the outside, but Van Dijk gets in the way and lays it back to Alisson. Robertson lays the ball inside. Gakpo gives it to Wirtz. Ball down the line. It's a good one. It's Salah who's made the run across the box. It gets a cross in. It's a good cross as well, but there's nobody there. And it's quite smartly chested it down, his Truffer, to his keeper. Alan Smith saying that it's strange that nobody in Liverpool yet got themselves across the box from what was a very good Salah cross, but they didn't. Van Dijk now gives it to Robertson. Left-footed, rolls the ball down the line. Gakpo being forced back by Smith. He has to go all the way back to Van Dijk. Ball goes into Gravenberch. Gravenberch gives it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk gives it to McAllister. McAllister rolls it back to Van Dijk, who's got a bit of space to come forward now. And he crosses the halfway line and rolls it out to the left to Gakpo. Gakpo's got Robertson with him. Wirtz wants a little ball inside and he gets it. Gakpo continues his run but doesn't get there. It goes to Szoboszlai instead. Out to the right hand side, it's Endo. Endo's got Frimpong outside him and he gives it to Frimpong. Being held up, has to go back. Goes back to Endo. Endo goes back to Frimpong, but they've been forced back almost up to the halfway line. Endo comes across there, finds a bit of space and he gets a ball in the middle. He's looking for the run of Gakpo, but Petrovic is out smartly and sliding down, makes a save. It's a good ball, that, but Petrovic was on a high line that allowed him to get to the ball quick. Ball's headed forward, picked up by Frimpong. Frimpong tries to play the ball down the inside right channel for Mo Salah, but it was well out of his reach and it goes all the way through to Petrovic. Scott has the ball now. Left-footed, he goes long down the line looking for the run of Evan Nielsen. Endo tried to wrap his left foot round it and get it to Alisson. He just manages to. And gives it to Van Dijk, who's always available. Out to the right to Endo. Endo, little ball inside to Gravenberch, a little turn. And down the left-hand touchline, Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai gets it into Salah. It rolls under his foot. Salah's control was poor there. No foul. Gravenberch comes forward. There's out to Szoboszlai. He cuts back inside, gives it to Frimpong. Takes it back again to Szoboszlai. Gives it to McAllister on the edge of the box. He's going to have a shot. It's blocked. Rebounds out all the way to Van Dijk. Will pick it up and turn and go forward again. Liverpool putting the pressure on early in this second half. Gakpo now on this left-hand side has to go back to the edge of the box. It's Wirtz. Wirtz lays it back out to Gakpo. Is he going to go for the byline? He is. He gets the cross in, but it's blocked. Jimenez blocks it. Corner to Liverpool. On the Liverpool left this time. I would imagine Szoboszlai has gone across there to take a in-swinger like he did in the first half that Van Dijk scored from. And it comes again now. And it's a catch on the 6-yard box by Petrovic, and immediately he rolls out to the right, trying to get Jimenez away, but it was far too far in front of him, and Wirtz was going to get there anyway, but it ran out for a throw, which is taken quickly to Szoboszlai. He goes right away across the pitch from left to right to Frimpong. Frimpong lays it back to Endo. Endo to Alisson, back to McAllister. McAllister coming forward central. He's got Van Dijk on his outside. Gives it to Van Dijk, who's inside to Wirtz. Szoboszlai brings the ball down, lays it across to Gravenberch. Gravenberch moving to the right, gives it to Frimpong. Frimpong then is out to Salah. Salah lays the ball inside. Gakpo tries to lay the ball inside again. Szoboszlai out to the edge box. McAllister, Endo. Wirtz coming inside again on the right-hand edge of the box, coming across on his left foot, tries to do a little step over. Give it to Frimpong. Can Frimpong get his cross in? He can't. It's blocked by Truffer and it goes out for a throw. Don't think Liverpool have got any long throw specialists, and they haven't, so it's given to Verts. And Frimpong, now he's got a chance to get his cross in again. Evan Nielsen is blocking his cross for a second time, and this time it's out for a corner. Salah's going to take this one, left-footed in-swinger from the right-hand side. Hand in the air. And it comes. And it's another one that's an easy catch for the keeper. He tried to hit a low skimmer, did Petrovic, down the centre of the pitch looking for Evan Nielsen, but it's flew past him, picked up by Liverpool, and they come forward again. Robertson. He gives it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk give it to McAllister. He rolled it back to Becker. Becker's given it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes long and left, looking for the run of Robertson. It's cut out by Jimenez. And Smith gets it back to Petrovic. Looks like a Kitike, and Jones may be coming on for Liverpool. In the middle is Krupi now running forward. Tries to lay the ball inside, trying to help it on. But it's too far forward and it rolls into the arms of Becker. He gets it out quickly. Liverpool looking to attack down the right-hand side again. Frimpong from McAllister. Salah has the ball now, close to the touchline on the far side. He lays it back to Frimpong. Frimpong's going to go for the byline. Gets a little push from Smith, I think that was there. Or was it Senesi? But whoever it was, it's gone out for a goal kick. McAllister's coming off. McAllister's coming off and Jones will take his place, I guess. Frimpong comes off as well. Maybe a change of formation. I don't think that Ekitike is a midfielder like what McAllister was, so I think there's a change of formation here. Yeah, so Zoboslai's going to right back. Jones will go into midfield. Jones goes down. His first touch of the ball is fouled and a free kick's given. Ball goes back to Endo. Endo spreads it to the left to Van Dijk. Van Dijk comes further left to Robertson. He lays the ball down the line, touched inside by Ekitike, gives it to Zoboslai. Gakpo lays out to Salah, coming in on his left foot. Gakpo's shot is blocked. The quick in on the blocks are Bournemouth on the edge of the box. Van Dijk gives it to Gravenberch. Endo gives it to Van Dijk, who's over on the far side this time. Curtis Jones now lays it inside to Zoboslai. Almost sold him short, but Zoboslai gets the ball, but has to go back because of the poor pass. Gets it back over on the far side. Drifting inside, gives it to Jones. Jones gives it to Salah. Salah gives it to Verts. Can't make it, but Salah wins the second ball back and then has committed a foul. Didn't think there was much in that. The ball's drilled long, looking for the run of Krupi, but he's got two Liverpool defenders around him. Never had a chance of getting there. And now the ball's coming forward again. Andy Robertson plays the ball down the left-hand side, looking for Ekitike, but it's a wild one that is straight out for a throw. That's another foul throw that the ref's not giving. The ball's loose. It's been picked up by Salah. He's waiting for Szoboszlai to come out on the right hand side, and he has done. He chips the ball into the box. It's hit the. I'm going to say it's hit the hand of Senesi. We don't know that. It didn't look like it was. Although there's going to be a check. The referee said, hold it there before the throw's taken for Bournemouth, while there's a VAR check. No, there's nothing in that. He's got his arms tucked into his side. There's nothing there, and that'll be allowed to carry on. Senesi doing the right thing there. Yeah, referee waves it away. The referee's given the throw. I think there's arguing about whose throw it is. It looked like it was Bournemouth's before he stopped play for the VAR check. But there's, for a moment, Szoboszlai had that, and I thought, has he given it the other way? And that's what the arguing is all about. But no, it's given to Truffert, and he throws it in, gets the ball back. It's given to Scott. Scott plays the ball back. Senesi drops it over the top to the edge of the box. Adley, it was a good one from Adley as well. Thought they'd kept the ball in. The referee had already blown for a goal kick. Just seen it was Truffert who was making his run into the box, and Endo was trying to let the ball run out and shield the ball. And Truffert, he did keep the ball in, and he rolled the ball back, and it was put into an empty net by Krupi, and that should have been a goal. That's poor. Well, I don't know. That's a strange one, that by the referee. The ball didn't roll out. Van Dijk clears the ball down the line. It's Krupi and it's Van Dijk and goes out for a throw. Unfortunate for Van Dijk, but the throw is now Bournemouth on this near side. Level with the edge of the penalty area. Hill coming across. Is he the one for the long throws for Bournemouth? I don't know. We shall see. And it comes now into the box. Head up in the air by Van Dijk. And then helped away by Salah on the edge of the box. Headed straight back in again. Van Dijk gets it away, but it's still on the edge of the box. Robertson challenging for the ball. Wins the throw. Liverpool survive that one. Robertson waiting for Wirtz to come nearer, but eventually goes to Gakpo, who tries to chip it over his head, but just succeeds in chipping it straight out for a throw. Areola talking to one of his substitutions who was just about to get stripped off to come on. And Hill's going to take another long throw from this. It does like a curved run up where he runs down the line and then cuts in towards the line, runs down the line, then turns left to cut into the line, and then he's got the momentum to throw it right in, and he does. Edge of the box, it's cleared away by Salah again. Then Gakpo gets it away down the right-hand side. There's a chance for Liverpool to break now. They're flooding forward, and it's with Wirtz down that right-hand side towards the edge of the box. It's picked up by Jones. Is he going to have a shot? He is. It's blocked by Jimenez, and then it's cleared away. Out for a throw, though. Don't think Jones's shot was on target anyway, by the looks of things. Two balls are on the pitch, so that'll be taken again, that throw. In fact, he's given it as a drop ball straight to Liverpool, though, of course. Wirtz has it. He gives it to Gravenberch. Gravenberch turns back to the left and gives it to Van Dijk. Wirtz. Jones. Back inside to Wirtz. Going across the goal line, the penalty box, laid into Ekitike. Good control. couple of turns left and right, gets it away. Gravenberch now on the edge of the box, has a shot with his left foot, and he's just dragged it wide of that far post. The goalkeeper diving to his left, probably had it covered. Substitution for Bournemouth. Krupp is coming off, and Christie is coming on. Ryan Christie on for Bournemouth. He'll be looking to get back to full fitness to be able to go to the World Cup with Scotland. Ball goes high into the air. Headed forward by Endo, bouncing into the middle of the box. Ball's out to the left-hand side now. It's Gakpo. Robertson's moving out to the left in support and gets the ball. Lays it back into Gakpo. He's in the box now, but he's been forced out and wide. Turns back in on his right foot, gives it back into Wirtz. Wirtz on the edge of the box. Lays it in to Gakpo. Gakpo turning one way, turning the other, looking for support. He lays it into Robertson. Robertson can get a cross in now. And it's headed out by Cook for a corner. Defending for the lives, Bournemouth. They've been completely under the cosh this second half. But still lead 2-1. Szoboszlai is going to take this one. Another right-footed in-swinger. In it comes now. Goalkeeper punches it away to the edge of the box where Jones picks the ball up. He gives it to Gravenberch. Gravenberch gets it back to Jones. Ekitike is going to get the ball now. He has to go all the way back to Gravenberch on the halfway line. He's under pressure from Evan Nielsen. So he rolls it back to Becker, Alisson Becker, who's almost in the centre circle, before he gives it to Endo. Endo gets it out to the left to Wirtz. Wirtz has got Szoboszlai with him, but he lays it back inside. Van Dijk gives it to Szoboszlai. He gives it back to Wirtz, gets it back from Wirtz. Looks to go over to the right-hand side to Salah, but it's cut out. Adley now coming down the left-hand side after he cut that ball out. Christie's supporting him. Jimenez is with him. Truffert gets his cross in. Headed away by Van Dijk. Scott brought the ball down. He's fouled by Ekitike. That's a soft one, referee. Didn't see that personally. Ekitike battling for the ball was stronger than Scott. He won the ball easily there. Ekitike got in front of Scott, took the ball away, and Scott actually kicked Ekitike. And the referee's given the foul. That's a poor one by the referee. And it's in a dangerous position on the edge of the box, on the edge of the Liverpool box. It's only about 20 yards or so out. It's pretty central, just slightly off to the right-hand side as Alisson looks. But there's 3, 6, 7 Bournemouth players all around discussing who's going to take this, so no one knows. It's a meeting of the brains trust, is that one? Still don't know who's going to take this one yet. I thought it was about 20 yards out, but it seems like it's much further than that. It's more like about 25, 26, 27 yards out. Scott's going to take this one. Hits the wall. And it spins out for a throw right next to the corner flag on the left-hand side. You'll imagine that it's going to be another long throw here, and it will, because Hill is going across there. And it comes, it's a long one. It's flicked on to the back post. Jimenez can't get his foot around it, hits it, but it bounces on the 6-yard line and then into the arms of Becker. He's waiting for it to come down. And again, he didn't have the time to. He had to hit it because Gakpo was closing him down quickly. Now Robertson's coming down the left-hand side now. Endo gives it to Van Dijk. Down the line from Endo. Curtis Jones loses it. Senesi's taking it away from him. Couple of 1-2s there from Adil, shall I say, and Evan Nielsen, but it's taken away from him. It's Ekitike now has to retrieve the ball. He's under a lot of pressure. He's almost brought down as he is, but there's no foul given on the way down the right-hand side. There's a ball. And Cook was the furthest forward there, and he was only a couple of yards off the goal line, and he should have pulled his cross back, but he didn't. He hit it parallel with the 6-yard line when none of his men had got across. Nobody made a run into the 6-yard box to hit that cross. Gakpo's going off. Ungamoa comes on. Verts is going to take this throw. And he leaves it. Zoboslai. Throw taken. Endo's in the back of, was that Evan Nielsen there? Van Dijk now coming away with it. Ball comes inside to Gravenberch coming forward. He's got Ungamora on his outside if he wants to use him. Eventually he does give it to him. He gives it to Curtis Jones. Gets it back from Van Dijk. Gives it back to Ungamora. Comes in on his right foot across the front of the box. Back out to Curtis Jones. Verts goes inside. Cook holds him up. Back to Jones, just outside the box on this left-hand side. Looking for a way in, comes to Jones. He lays it into Ungamoa. Jones gets the ball back, gives it to Ekitike. Almost fouled on the edge of the box. The referee says no. I thought it looked like he was brought down. It wasn't a penalty. It was right on the edge of the box. But the referee's having none of it, and Ekitike is not a happy bunny. We'll see that again. Oh, he was brought down. It was Adderley that brought him down as well. The referee missed that one again. He hasn't had the best of games, hasn't this referee? Gravenberch has it now, deep in his own half. He spreads it out to the right-hand side. It's Endo. Endo rolls it to Allison, who's way out of his box. Gives it back to Endo, who's moved right down the touchline. Salah gets it and then gives it back to Endo. And it's back with Allison. Allison gives it to Van Dijk. Robertson has the ball now. Ball's gone forward. He's looking for the run of Van Dijk, but it was too far in front of him. It's cut out and Bournemouth can come forward now with Jimenez. Not got much support, and Robertson takes the ball off him easily. Gravenberch can come forward again now. Goes out to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones gives it up to Salah over on the far side, just outside the box. It goes into the box. Curtis Jones gets the ball, lays it back to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is outside the box now, moving back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch lays it parallel to Van Dijk, and then it goes out to Ngamoa on his near side. He goes round his man, almost taken down, but he didn't go down. Jimenez had to be careful there. Van Dijk does well to win the ball back, and Ekitike now can come back down that left-hand side. Back to Van Dijk. He lays it across to Gravenberch. To Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai lays it out to Salah over on the far right-hand side now. And Salah can't go around his man. He's had it taken off him. Trufair gets it in. He got it into, I think that was Ryan Christie, and was brought down by Gravenberch there. If he'd have gone down there was contact there, Jimenez, and if Ungamora had been less honest, Evan Nielsen battling for the ball. Back there again there, Christie trying to get through. Van Dijk does well to shield the ball as it rolls back to the goalkeeper, and then they come away down the left-hand side. It's end-to-end now. Robertson powering himself down the inside left channel. Adam Smith took the ball away from him, but Liverpool get the ball back pretty quickly and dominating this second half, but really haven't had a real decent chance on goal, not creating the chances. So Szoboszlai is more central, moves it to the left to Jones. Robertson gets it across. It's cleared away. Ngamoa is going to pick the ball up. On his right hand side, he's moving across the front of the box. Does he go down? Yes, he does go down. He's been held by Christie there. And it's a free kick for Liverpool. And it's only a couple of yards outside the box, and it's dead central. It's a really good position for a free kick here, with the likes of Szoboszlai there. And Christie's taken, it's not Christie, it's Jimenez has taken his boot off and everything as he's tried to tackle him there. So Szoboszlai stood over the ball there, as is Jones, as is Salah. Jones walks away now, so it's Salah and Szoboszlai. Which one's going to take it? The draft excluder goes in. Szoboszlai's not going to score one like he did in Marseille, where he just kicked it underneath the wall as they jumped up. There's a draft excluder in this time, so he's going to have to be a bit more inventive. And it comes now. It's a shot, and it's what a great touch to the right-hand side, and Szoboszlai's curled one into the far corner, the goalkeeper's left-hand side, and they have equalised, and completely deserved as well. We're back at 2-2. It was Mo Salah just rolled it back. He ran over the ball to the left and rolled the ball back to the right, and then Szoboszlai just curled one into the far corner, and that's a great free kick. Great execution by Szoboszlai. And it's all to play for with 10 minutes to go now. Can Liverpool go on and win it? Raiola wasn't happy about that, but play goes on, the goal stands. Bournemouth coming forward down the inside left channel now to the edge of the box, but it's Christie. The ball came loose on the left-hand side of the box, and left-footed he hit it. And Alisson diving to his right-hand side has touched that over the bar. Got his left hand up and touched it over the bar. It's a good save. And Bournemouth almost hit back. They've got a corner. See how this one goes. From the right hand side, Cook is going to take a right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side. In it comes now, deep onto the back post. Headed back inside by Christie. No one can get to the ball. He's headed back. Ungamoa can't pick that ball up that's played down the line. Sinesi gets in and concedes the throw. Ball's with Gravenberg, who plays it inside to Van Dijk, back to Gravenberg. Coming down the near side. Plays the ball down the line, looking for Robertson. Can Robertson get there? And he just can't. Hill just comes across and concedes the throw. Ungamoa has the ball now. He cuts back inside. He's left Christie for standing. And he's brought down, is he? Well, he was brought down by Smith. But he'd lost control of the ball, which went out for a goal kick. Yeah, just looking at that goal. Petrovic just took a step to the right when the ball went to his left, and that's why he couldn't reach it. Can't be too critical. It was a good free kick. Ball's played to Szoboszlai now. Endo tries to play a ball inside, but it's a poor one. It's picked up by Cook. Coming down the left-hand side is Truffaut again. Plays it into the box, but it's away from Van Dijk and well controlled by Jones. Jones gets out to Ungamoa on this left-hand side. He's got a chance to attack this left-hand side of the box. Comes inside on his right foot. It's forced back a bit, but he gets the ball out to her. He's looking for Salah, but that gap was closed off and the ball was taken away. And Bournemouth come forward now. Christie, very central, coming towards the edge of the Liverpool box. He lays out to the left-hand side. Oh no, Evan Nielsen was in there. And he's put the ball wide of the near post, the right-hand post of the... I thought just waiting for it to roll into the bottom corner, and it didn't. And it was onside, Evan Nielsen as well. Just see how far he put it wide. His first touch is perfect. And he's dragged it wide of the right-hand post with his right foot, when all he had to do was just slot it past Alisson's right hand, and it would have been back in the lead. What a chance. 6 minutes to go. Alex Toth comes on, the new signing for Bournemouth. Jones gets the ball back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk's going to go long, looking for the run of Salah. Salah brings the ball down. It comes to Ekitike on the edge of the box. He goes on his right foot. There's an overrun by Verts. Oh, right across the goal line virtually by Verts. And there was a good touch by the goalkeeper to put it wide. Otherwise, that would have been in the far corner. I wondered whether Salah could have got there, but he couldn't. But Petrovic has kept his side in it there. 2 chances at either end within the space of a minute or two. Either of these 2 sides could have taken... Liverpool should have had a corner. The goalkeeper got a big hand to that, not just a small touch, a big hand. And the referee gave the goal kick. Verts, no. Salah, back to Verts. Cutting inside Verts. He's got support from Robertson. Robertson has got Ungamoa wide and gets it to him. Plays it back into Robertson. Robertson plays it into Jones. He can't control it and it rolls under his foot and all the way through to Petrovic. He rolls it out to Christie first time. Truffaut gives it back to Christie, short of the halfway line. Cuts inside and moves across to the right. Gives it back to Hill. Out to the right hand side. Scott now, he goes back to the halfway line. Back to Scott. Couple of one-touch passes inside. Scott gets it back from Cook into Evan Nielsen on the right-hand edge of the box. He has to lay it back. Cook's to the back end of the box. Christie and Scott from the edge of the box, left-footed, is leaning back as he hits his shot, and it's over the bar. Good build-up by Bournemouth there. Quick one-touch passing and quick movement off the ball. Got them towards the edge of the box, and then Scott just didn't have the composure to get over the ball. Gravenberch now. Last 3 minutes. Ungamoa. Ball's taken off him by Scott, and he lays it all the way back to Petrovic. Ball's played into the mid-11. Nielsen just inside the Liverpool half, moving left. Christie. True fair back to Christie. He can come inside and he's moving across the inside left position, lays the ball inside, gets the ball back. Christie lays the ball back. Toth. The ball's laid back, but it's a poor one and it's picked up. Verts. Oh, what is that? That is awful. He laid that, he tried to put Salah in on the right hand side, but he hit it about 30 yards too far. That was an awful ball. And Petrovic has the ball now. High into the air. Salah beats Evan Nielsen. Jones and Verts can't sort it out between them. Trufair lays it into the middle. Comes out to the right to Smith. He lays it into Hill. Hill drags it back and gives it to Petrovic, and Petrovic went right behind him and had to scurry across to stop that going in his own goal. But it's cleared now. Van Dijk wins the header. Jones was waiting for it to come down. Christie was battling with him. Gravenberch, he does well. There's a foul there on Verts, but the referee plays the advantage. Jones is coming forward now. Gets it to Ekitike on the edge of the box, and he's just a touch away from him. But then Ekitike wins the ball back. No, does he? On Scott, he commits the foul, and the free kick is given into the last minute. Don't know how much added time there's going to be. Free kick taken by Petrovic, long, high into the air. Header is won by probably Jimenez, was that, but it's laid back by Robertson. I don't think anyone's noticed that. Robertson laid it back to Alisson Becker, and he picked the ball up, which he shouldn't have done, but the play goes on. Coming down the right hand side is Endo now. Szoboszlai in support. Gives it to Gravenberch coming forward, drifting to the left hand side. He gives it to Ungamoa. He's got Smith with him. Now Andy Robertson gives it to Gravenberch, and it's 4 minutes of added time still to go. Surely will there be one more chance for one of these teams? Gravenberch coming across to the left hand side, but he's all on his own, so he has to turn back and give it to Verts. Verts goes round as well. He's got a chance to. Why hadn't he hit it on the edge of the box? It opened up for him, and again they had the shot, did Liverpool, and they turned it down. Salah now over on the far side. Salah trying to go around his man. Still has the ball. Battling with Truffert. Turns again. Still has the ball. Truffert turns it away. It's cleared half away. Can Bournemouth break? It's in the middle of the park where there's a lot of Liverpool midfielders. Szoboszlai comes away with it. inside to Endo, to Ekitike. The ball back can't be controlled, but it comes out to Ungamoa now. He lays it into Jones on the edge of the box. Ekitike, he has to prod it out to the right hand side, which forces Salah back, but they still have possession, Liverpool. Lays it inside to Wirtz, gives it back to Salah in the box on his left foot, puts a cross in that's padded away by... Oh, it went through the legs of all the players on the 6-yard box as Salah swiped it back, but Ungamoa can bring it back into the box now. He squares it. Gravenberch on the edge of the box, thought about a shot, then thought better. Little ball inside to Jones. Cross in, blocked by Senesi, and it's a corner. Two minutes of the added time as Bournemouth bring on another substitution. Evan Nielsen, who's had a good game. He's been a handful as Evan Nielsen and could have scored the winner just 5 minutes ago. Unal comes on for him. It's a corner anyway. Szoboszlai is going to take this. It could be a right-footed away swinger this time. And it comes now. It's a deep one. Headers coming in. It's flicked away. Comes out to Jones at the opposite side of the box on the left-hand side. He lays the ball back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch gives it to Jones. Jones puts his cross in first time. It's over the head of everybody. There's a call there by the goalkeeper. Good call. Everybody lets it go and he picks it up. He's rolled it out. Gravenberch and Adley. Gravenberch, frustrated, kicked the ball away and gets a yellow card for it. Into the last minute. Is there going to be a last chance for one of these two teams? Are they going to nick it? It's going to be a long throw. Chance for Bournemouth here. It's Hill who takes it. In it comes now. It's flicked on at the back post. Headed away by Ekitike of all people. Scott lets that roll out at the near side over the top of everybody so that Hill can come across to this near side now and take another one. Is there going to be time? We've run out of time already, so is there going to be any more? Hill looks like he's knackered. The engines just run across. Is there going to be time to take this one? It's going to be the last effort. In it comes again. High one into the box. Flicked on again. It's bouncing around. Can it be touched in by anybody? It is. It's been touched in, and Bournemouth have nicked it right at the end. Would you believe it? It was bouncing about in the crowd, and someone's poked it in at the near post into the back of the net, and Bournemouth have won it. I don't even know who scored it. It was that crowded in there. Adley, apparently. All from the throws. After snatched it in the dying seconds. We're well into over added time now. It comes now. It's flicked on. There was people on the ground. And how did Adley get it underneath Becker? From the near post into the back. How did he get it in there? How did he get it in? I just don't know. But hit the post. And the goalkeeper couldn't retrieve it after it hit the post. And he was about a yard out and hit it across the goal. And it went in off the far side. And VAR have checked it and the goal stands. And that will be a win for Bournemouth. And that's an awful finish for Liverpool. And that's it. That was the last touch of the game. The game is over and Liverpool have lost it. They've snatched defeat from the jaws of a draw. And the Bournemouth players and the crowd are jubilant. And you've got to say that Liverpool had the chances. But the defending was awful. Van Dijk's still having a word with the referee about this. But there's no point. The result is the result. Areola is very happy. Schlott is having a go at the officials. But looking at that third goal there, I just don't know what his argument would be there. Just didn't look like there was anything wrong with it. There was people on the ground, but there always is when people are diving in trying to make blocks. And Adley put it in, somehow managed to put it in, because Ekitike was stood on the line, and he still managed to get it across the goal from the right-hand post and in at the opposite side. It's not as if he blasted it in, he just like a toe poking. But that is the game. And who would have thought it? Who would have thought that? What an end to the game. As a neutral, you've got to appreciate that. That was great. It was a really good game, end-to-end attacking football. A lot of mistakes made that make games good and exciting because that creates chances. And if you've watched that today with us, and I hope you've enjoyed it, then give us a like and give us a subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber, because we would really appreciate your support for the channel. We appreciate everybody who's watched today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you want to join us for our next one will be Everton versus Leeds on Monday night. But if you want to join us for future ones, hit that notification bell, and then when we're about to come online or when we advertise our next game, you will be told immediately and you'll be able to join us. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, what's left of it. Before you leave, just become a subscriber. Help us out. We really would appreciate it. But enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you again on Monday.